Hello, it is Thursday, July 21st, 2022, and this is video 4 in my series of Our Courts Are a Joke. So, where I left off there about my own personal life and my ability to deal with the court documents and whatnot. Now, lawyers are the highest educated people in our society. I believe it's about 8 years to become one, and so, of course, their skill set in this chosen field is impeccable, right? So, for an average layperson to try to do the court documents and navigate their way through a courtroom is as you can imagine, very difficult. And unfortunately, I've learned a lot in the rearview mirror as I lose emotion and see what I should have done and could have done and would have done. But all I can do is move forward. Now, I hired a lawyer for my second case before Justice Kraft. With my home and my kids on the line, I realized that. Well, first of all, I got sick for a month. COVID. I thought I had COVID. I think I just had the flu or something. And yeah, I had something, and then I I had the flu, and then I caught a cold from my son. And man, I was down for like 5 weeks. It was pretty bad, and I really didn't get anything done. And we were getting up to the deadline, and so I had to delay our scheduled trial, which cost me $2,000 in costs thrown away. And I spoke to several different lawyers, and I hired one that spoke to me at length. At the initial consultation, his price was a little higher than a lot of the other firms, but I seemed to think he was going to be okay. And honestly, I thought he presented an excellent case. And if you sat through that court trial for a week, you would have thought I actually did very well. I thought he kind of stuck with the money a little bit too much and could have done a few other things, and maybe should have done a few other things. So I'm not sure what happened there. I think the big problem was in the closing. He just asked for way too much. As I said, I was fine with 50% equity, between the two of us, and I would pay her out, her 50% equity and get my own mortgage and pay off the second mortgage we have with the builder. But in the closing, I think he asked for, I don't know, 60 or 80 or something, percent, which. Yeah, you know what? He might have had a case in law, but I think the judge looked at that, and we got greedy. That's really what happened. We got greedy, and we got screwed. So, on the bright side, I still owed him another 20,000, which he wrote that off. Which was nice of him, and I don't know if he did anything wrong or not, and for me to try to file some kind of complaint and go that route. There's bad lawyers, and then there's lawyers that made mistakes. So maybe he was just a bad lawyer, but I don't really see. I thought he presented an excellent case, and if our trials were on TV, the spectacle that was the OJ trial in the States. I don't really think that's a good way to go. But there's clearly there's got to be some way to hold these judges accountable. Because nobody really researches, past cases and sees what a judge did, right? And I don't know. We need some changes. We need some changes in our system. We need some changes in our family law. I just read that the driver of the Hobart Broncos bus crash, the driver of that truck that ran a stop sign and killed 13 or 16 and injured another 13 or 16. Sorry, I don't have my numbers correct. He's now out on day parole. It's 4 years ago that accident happened, and I don't think he was a bad guy. He just, whatever reason, he missed a stop sign. But when you're driving a fully loaded tractor trailer, and that you really need to be paying attention. But to his credit, he told his lawyer to don't file any defense, and he would just take the punishment that came to him, right? So he may have been a bad driver, but I don't think he was a bad person. But regardless, yeah, I often have made this, and I say this jokingly, that my first ex, I should have just killed her and did the time. I'd be out by now, probably with a university degree. And I don't say that in any anger towards Connie or women in general or whatever. In fact, Connie and I are maybe two good friends right now. I saw her on Thursday last week for about 2 hours. She had some pension documents that she didn't quite understand. And we sat and talked for 2 hours, and boy, she was talking to me like the last 18 years never happened. I guess she needed that. She needs somebody, and I feel sorry for her that she's never found anybody else. I don't think she's tried. I don't think she wanted anybody else. And, I honestly feel bad that how that relationship went and how it ended. And I certainly feel bad about the last 18 years, obviously. But, what a mistake in life, that we made. We made together. We made a major mistake. You know, we had sex for the third or fourth time, and she told me I didn't need to wear a condom. And, well, what man will wear a condom if the woman says you don't need one, right? And she got pregnant. And I talked her into having an abortion, and what a mistake that was, and it just destroyed our lives. And we went on to get married, and we had a bond of pain, as we called it later, as we went for counseling for, the better part of 10 years to deal with that. And I don't know if she has fully dealt with it yet. She claims she has, but she talked about it often enough. For myself, I've had to put that behind me, and I've done what I needed to do to make amends and to deal with that with me and my higher power, and just try to move on with my life. So, fortunately, today I have two beautiful children that are 6 and 10 years old today, and for that I'm grateful. And this is not a video about the abortion issue, which for some reason in Canada we're talking about, because down in the States they're talking about it. We keep saying we want to be a separate country, have our own identity, and yet we just can't wait to talk about whatever it is that's going on south of the wall there, right? So for whatever reason, and I don't quite understand American courts, how the United States Supreme Court can just like pick a topic and decide, hey, we're going to change our minds on this. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I have a hard enough time understanding Canadian courts. I'm not going to get into what's going on down in the States. So, I really do need to also, as I make these videos, to look at the camera instead of looking at myself in the picture. But anyway, with that concludes video, I believe, number 4. I'm going to do another one right now because I'm going to go swimming in about 20 minutes and get my shower and get some exercise and continue to cut these videos. So anyway, stay tuned for the next one. Thank you.